Shortly before the coronavirus outbreak, I had a very vivid vision which shows the killings that are currently taking place on the earth. Now, this dream began when I was in the hospital. I was on drip. Without the drip, I would die. As soon as I started to feel a little better, the nurse decided to take me off the drip. As I came out of the hospital and began walking on the road, I saw a man in his 20s which decided to give me a ride because I could barely walk. I was hopping on one foot, but the car was overloaded. It had about 6 to 7 passengers inside. While I was going in the back seat and trying to close the door, something went wrong with the door because the car was overloaded, so the door couldn't shut. So it was damaged because of trying to force the door closed. When the driver of the vehicle saw that the door, his car, his precious thing, the vanity became damaged, he came out of the car angry, vicious, and wrathful. He entered a rage, which caused him to start flinging heavy stones at people. His rage spread like a virus through the veins of every man on the earth. I saw no other race except for the black race, because the killing was taking place among the black people, especially in Jamaica. Now, I saw one man running up the road because it was a very sunny day and the road was tar, and on both sides of the road were tall green trees, and you could see the clear blue sky and the sun was bright. Now I saw one man running up the road with a knife in his hands, and he ran and cut a man's throat, and you could see the blood gushing out. Now the rage from this driver spread to this random person on the road, which cuts the man's throat. Then it spreads like a virus to the other person next to him, and that person ran off and start killing, and it just began spreading down a spiraling road where you see people just killing each other. You see somebody with a knife just taking it out, stabbing somebody. Somebody run for a machete and start chopping up somebody else on the road. And both men and women start killing each other. The killing starts spreading, just like how you hear they are saying that the coronavirus is spreading rampantly. Same way these killings are spreading rampantly. It is even more deadlier than a so-called virus. It is so contagious that it spread all over the world. It's like something just overtaking these people, where you see every people was just their normal on their day-to-day basis, and because of one person, the virus which is the killing, just started to spread, and people just started killing each other, chopping up, stabbing, all sort of things started to happen. And I was there feeling so calm, innocent, because I was just barely clinging to life. And I saw this madness taking place on the earth. And while I ran up the road, because it was like a stampede, people was just running, it was total chaos on the earth, just killings, just like you watch these zombie apocalypse movie where people there's this zombie outbreak where people just start changing. This is the same way how people just started changing out into these violent creatures. And I thought to myself that this is the end of the world. What is going on? These were the things that I was saying in my mind. Then as I looked behind me down the road, there was no sea, but yet I saw a wave which rised up, and it had this blade, like a blade at the edge of the wave, like when you see somebody surfing and that wave comes up and curls a little bit at the ending, and it's like a long blade at the end. And the sea was blue like the sky, like the blue sky. But somehow I knew that this sea was God. And just like how the people were heartless in their killings, the same way this sea was heartless, because it was watching the killings that was currently taking place on the earth and was vexed and angry with what was taking place. Now, so as the people continued killing, the sea was like, the wave was like they start wiping them off the earth, slashing and wiping them off the earth. But they were so passionate and caught up in this killing that they even realized that the sea was above them, swiping them off the earth, swiping them off. The more heartless man was, the more God, which was the sea, became heartless, start eliminating them off the earth, start cleansing the earth from the blood, from the killings which was taking place. And then as the sea came at my feet and was about to swallow me up, because I thought to myself, I didn't do anything wrong, I wasn't a part of these killings, so why are you going to swallow me up? And then telepathically, not with words, but in my mind, the sea spoke and said, come out, come from them, come from among them, come from among them. The end will only come to this side of the world. But like for people who dwell in the Amazon forest, people who are cut off from civilization, they are in a peaceful heaven state, so no end will come to them. But for people who dwell among these people, whether you are good or you are bad, you are going to be consumed by the sea of God. And I could feel this urge to come from among these people, because God is watching and the sea is going to clean up these people. And it's like a wave, and it has a blade at the end, which is just slashing and cleaning up the mess that is on the earth. And the more the people killed, the more the sea was just cleansing them off the earth with might and power. And they were so caught up that they don't even realize that God, which was the sea, was there watching and cleaning them up off the earth. So therefore, God is going to cleanse this earth. God is going to wipe the wicked off the earth, cleanse the earth of the spilled blood of the innocent. Because this killing is like a rapid virus, which is so contagious, because it spread just from one person to all the persons of the earth. And I saw no other race except for black people. So black people must stop fighting against each other, stop killing each other, and unite. So when we are divided, we are powerless. Because if you have one piece of stick, it is easily broken. But you have many sticks, like my 10 fingers, many sticks put together as one, it is harder to break. So nothing will be accomplished if we are divided. But if we unite, then anything is possible. So we need to change our ways, and we need to look up, because if we don't look up, God is going to do something to us. We are going to be cleansed thoroughly off the earth. Now, thank you for listening to my vision, and this is coming from my heart. I will continue to put out message, because at night I have many visions at night, and I can even meditate and see visions with my eyes wide open during night. So I have the gift to telepathically and directly communicate with God and bring you wisdom and guidance while you are on this earth. So thank you again for watching, and please share. For a free PDF copy of my book, email me at doranbrown78@yahoo.com.